Hello YouTube. Something different today. I thought I'd do my watch collection. So this is the state of my watch collection. Seiko brand, one of my favorites. Great watches for the money. Now none of these are high-end Seikos. These are all probably approximately $60 to $300, I think. Somewhere in there. One vintage, which is a keeper that I'll never sell. So let's get into it. First up is the SKX 009 with the red and blue Pepsi dial, bezel, 120 click, I believe. Really like this watch quite a bit. I have a similar turtle now, so I'll probably be modding this out somewhat. Have it on a just a $20 black NATO. Really like the NATO straps. That watch is approximately $240. Screw down crown, water resistant to 200 meters. Hardlex crystal, and it's 42 millimeter, which is probably about my minimum size. I have a 7 3/4 wrist, and the 42s fit it nicely. In fact, I think I only have one that's smaller than that, and so that's what it looks like on the wrist, and just a perfect size. Then the next one is the Turtle SR PB29 automatic Seiko 4R36 24 jewel automatic movement, 41-hour power reserve, manual wind, hacking seconds, stainless steel case, and a hardlex crystal with the day-date complication. Again with the Pepsi, and this one is 45 millimeter, which is large, but I like it. Water resistant to 200 meters, $260 watch, and I left this on the original Seiko rubber strap. This is if I'm going swimming or a great vacation watch. You don't really even have to think about it. You just leave it on your wrist the whole time. And it's big, but you know, with a big wrist I can pull that off. So then the predecessor to this watch, and one of Seiko's first entry-level divers, and my only real vintage watch, is the Seiko 6105 8119, also known as the Apocalypse watch. This is the watch worn by Charlie Sheen on Apocalypse Now, and this was a gift from my stepfather back in high school. Completely original except for the strap. The strap is long gone. It broke a long time ago, and this watch sat in a drawer till from the late 80s to the mid 90s. I finally got a replacement cheap watch strap for it, and wore it on vacation, and that strap broke, and I almost lost this watch. I was on a subway in Prague when it happened, and it almost went. I was just getting on the train. I must have bumped my wrist on the door jamb, and it went flying. But I jumped off and grabbed it, and still have it. So it went back in the drawer till a few years ago, and I just put it on a NATO, so it's nice and secure. Whenever I wear it, I never want to lose this watch. I do wear it. I do like it. It needs service. It loses about probably, I'd say, 4 minutes a day, but it's a self-winding movement, 150 meter water resistant, stainless steel case, 45 millimeters. Really like it. Just the plain black and silver. It still has some lume to it. Let's take a look at that quick. So not bad, but it doesn't last very long. And on the pip, it's it fades really fast. So just to go back, the lume on the other ones, the newer looms really light up and last a while. Okay, next up, my one of my, I think it's my only GMT. This is a Seiko Prospects watch, Kinetic GMT watch. Probably one of my only Kinetics, and also my only GMT. This is model number SUN059. It's got the 5M85 kinetic movement. Really like the dial, or the north, south, east, west directional bezel, and the colors on this are gorgeous. I have it on an aftermarket, just a bluish leather strap. The strap on this was actually too small for my wrist, so I had to put it on something else. Then the next one will be the SRP 605 automatic dive watch. They call this a dive watch, but it's only water resistant to 100 meters, so it comes on a rubber. It's on the original rubber Seiko strap. Blue, gold, and white. I like the color combo. This is the 4R36 automatic movement, 40-hour power reserve, hard Lex, shrouded crown, day date, display case back. This is 44 millimeters, and it's about $178 watch. That's what it looks like on the back. I really like the hands on this too, the big arrow hand. Then the next up will be the Seiko 5s. Now, the first one is probably my smallest watch that I even own, and I have it on an aftermarket cuff strap here, just so it fills out a little better. But this is the green dial. This is model number SNK 805, about $60 value. Water resistant to 30 meters. Basically, you can wear it in the shower or while you're washing dishes or something. It's 37 millimeter. It's got the day date and a display case back. Hard Lex crystal. But if I wear this without the cuff, that's what it looks like, and it's just a little small. Well, actually, in my opinion, a lot small. But but with the cuff, it actually fills it out. You know, definitely a casual situation, but I like it. And I used to wear it a lot more than I do now, but I got this next watch, and I wear that pretty much instead of this. And it is the Seiko 5 Sport SNK G11. It's got the blue dial, day-date complication. This one is 42 millimeters, which is about my minimum. Hard Lex crystal, $100 watch, 100 meter water resistant. Just love this watch, and I have it on an aftermarket brown leather strap. Nice and thin. When in doubt, grab this watch. It's just a fantastic watch, especially for $100. Then the Seiko SR PB29 dual crown automatic. This is the 4R36 movement, which is manual wind capable, and it's got a hacking second. Stainless steel case, hard Lex crystal, day-date complication, 42 millimeter again, and it's about $150. Water resistant to 100 meters. This is on the original Seiko bracelet, which they're not the best, but I like this watch. It's nice and thin, and I like my metal bracelets a little loose. So That's what it looks like. Internal rotating bezel. Like it. Next up, the solar chronographs. I think there's 3 of those. And the first one is probably my second favorite Seiko next to the vintage Apocalypse that I own. This is my Batman SS C017. I have it on a sort of a Bond NATO. This is water resistant, about $200, 200 meter water resistant, just a date, 44 millimeter. I wear this one a lot because it's solar. You never have to. Or is it solar? You know, I'm not sure. It may have a battery. I don't even know. The next one is definitely solar. It is the Prospect Skywatch, model number SSC351. Movement is the V176 solar quartz, 6-month power reserve, 44 mil. Case diameter about 180 bucks. Just water resistant to 100 meters. Just a great. If I know I'm going to be timing stuff like at work, sometimes I have need of a chronograph. This is a good one to take. The hands are readable due to the red on black contrast. It's got the internal slide rule on it, which I've never used, but you know, it looks cool. I really like it. I put it on an aftermarket kind of color matched NATO. Then the Pilot Solar Chrono SSC watch. This is a model number SSC013. Again, the V172 solar quartz movement, hardlex crystal. It's got a tachometer, rotating bezel. Again, bidirectional. I never use it. I really like the looks of, what is it, the nav timer. So I wanted something similar, but I didn't want to spend the money. So this was about 170 bucks. I put it on a brown leather strap. I like this. The white dial, a little harder to read than the black dial, so I actually wear the black dial much more than this one. And it's a little shiny on the pips. Might actually probably should sell that one. Then the Seiko Prospex SSC Flight Computer Solar Watch. This is a V175 solar powered quartz. Stainless steel, hardlex crystal, slide rule bezel, chronograph with a date, 45 millimeter diameter, about 180 bucks. Really like this watch. It's got the kind of a gunmetal finish to it, and then the orange. And talk about contrast, you can definitely see. Let's see a loom like on this one. Pretty simple loom on it. Actually, we should loom all these. So there they are loomed up. Okay, last is a watch I got on eBay. I think I paid 175 bucks for it, and it was filthy. It was all original, but I've never seen such a cruddy watch. So I cleaned it up as best I could. This is the Seiko Orange Monster 200 meter dive watch. 46 millimeter. Actually, that sounds big. I don't think it's actually 46. I'll have to check that. but I put it on a color matched NATO. This is a mechanical automatic movement. And really like this watch, actually. It's a little flashy, but nice casual wear watch. Okay, that'll do it for now. I was a little reluctant to do the watch videos. Watch people aren't like knife people. Watch people are can be dicks, to say it bluntly. But I love watches. Everything I like about watches, I like about not. It's the same kind of thing to me. The mechanics of it, you know, the same reasons I like watches, I like knives. So for me, I'm getting into higher end stuff, but not real high end. I started with volume, and now I'm gonna do a big purge here, and probably sell off a lot of these. And I think a Marine Master is in my future, and maybe some Grand Seiko. But that's it for now. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.